So, production possibilities frontier. We have not that much time. I will be quick. What's that and why is it important? To explain it properly, we will need to cover a little bit what we already mentioned a few lessons ago. Ceteris paribus, an assumption for creating a mathematical economy model that basically describes two variables and their trade-offs without actual variables from outer world, so to say. We basically assume that everything else is equal and compare only two variables, but I will explain it on the examples and it will be much clearer. So let's just imagine that you are a prehistoric human being, right? So you have a choice between being a hunter and a gatherer, right? Or you can do both actually, and you need to see how much you can hunt and gather at the same time, and what will be the most efficient method of living, basically, or finding food. And here let's cover a few scenarios. Like scenario A, if you only hunt rabbits, for example, let's, for the simplicity's sake, say that you can only hunt rabbits and you can only gather berries. And if you hunt 5 rabbits and you hunt to the best of your ability, spend all day hunting, you will, let's say, hunt only 5 rabbits, but gather only 0 berries because the whole day you were hunting. But for the scenario B, let's say you hunt 4 rabbits and a few hours you are gathering berries and you get 100 berries, right? And let's just say, for the simplicity's sake, because we are trying to make a model and we need to make simplistic assumptions, let's assume that nothing else changes. So your sleep, efficiency, tools that you are using for gathering and hunting are all the same throughout the days and any scenario. Basically, what will happen when other things are equal, um, and what changes is only how much time you are implementing towards um, gathering or hunting, um, is the fact that we will be able to apply this model, which we call ceteris paribus, because let's just cover what this phrase means. Basically, ceteris is from the Greek all other things, and paribus means equal. So ceteris paribus is the formula or a model when we take all variables in the system as being equally negligible and take only two variables that we need, in this case gathering and hunting, and apply them to the formula itself. So, as I've said, we are not changing tools, sleep, geography. Only variable that is changing is time proportion of work. So, in scenario C, basically, as you can see, we will hunt 3 rabbits, but gather 180 berries. In scenario D, it will be 2 and 240, and you can see that there is a system taking place that we can plot on the graph, basically. And if you plot on the y-axis how many berries you can gather, and on the x-axis how many rabbits you can hunt, and basically proportion and trade-off of them. You will see that any scenario will be plotted on this line that we can create, and this line, exactly this line, is ceteris paribus principle, or the production possibility frontier. Because production possibility frontier is a curve that is used to discover the mix of products or variables that will use available resources most efficiently. Basically, this plot will represent all possible variation of trade-offs between rabbits and berries. All possibilities will be graphed, and basically what you created is a model that lets you study all trade-offs, while in reality you could have tried only a few of them. So imagine you are creating a business, right? And you need to know what process in production are most efficient and what trade-offs you need to take. And through that, you can take a few tries, give or take, and then make a mathematical model with this, using only those two variables. And it will give you basically a perception of how efficient you can spend your resources. And one more thing, this curve, as I said, is called production possibilities frontier, all different because it's all different possibilities. And you need to be careful working with this graph, because any point outside of the curve is impossible. Basically, it means that you are doing more than you can physically do, which is impossible in nature. So only this curve will represent the most efficient and optimal results. And points inside, no, like under this curve, is possible but not optimal or efficient. So let's say, for example, you have a point under D, right? So you are taking, like, you are gathering 200 berries, but at the same time you are hunting less than 2 rabbits. This means that you are not using all your resources properly, and it's not optimal. And that's it for the production frontier and production possibility frontier, PPF. And it's a really important concept. Sorry for the delay and being very in rush today. I just want all of you to play some poker as well. And tomorrow, based on that, we will cover opportunity costs and a lot of stuff. So yeah, I will post a video as always. Write down production possibility frontier, do your own research. Tomorrow we will return to the to this concept. Yes, and again, sorry for the delay. I wish you a good poker game. Till and yeah, see you tomorrow for another lesson. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for